Hey guys, I know I haven't uploaded in a while, I just don't do YouTube a whole lot. But I want to talk about COD's new ranked league because it has some issues that have invigorated me in a sense. No, I'm a little late to the party, but the fact that they've been prevalent now for a little while after it's released and people have aired their opinions on it makes me feel like I should do the same. Now, I know if I played day one, these issues wouldn't have been as prevalent as they are now. But the fact they're still there is nonetheless a problem. Now, my first issue is the friendly fire, mainly because of how low the time to kill with your teammates is. I understand that time to kill has always been low, and I've liked it. But when you're shooting your teammates, I feel like it should at least be halved, because it gives you no chance to stop shooting your teammates if they accidentally walk into your line of fire. Now, I won't show all the times I've died to my teammates, but in the 5 games of ranked I've actually been able to play, I've been killed by my teammates probably a few dozen times. Now, I would understand if it was ranked hardcore, because hardcore always has had friendly fire, whereas core hasn't. But at the same time, I also understand why there's friendly fire in ranked, as it requires even the smallest semblance of skill not to kill your teammates with it. My next issue is the aim assist. Or if it's aim bot instead of aim assist, then I might be wrong there. But it shouldn't be this strong. Now, I get it. It's a controversial opinion. People on controller need aim assist because mouse and keyboard has their full arm of movement, whereas you only have a thumb and a joystick. I understand that completely. Now, my issue is the fact that it basically plays the game for itself. Shouldn't be moving the reticle towards the enemy. What it should be doing, in my opinion, is slowing down the aim speed so that you actually have a chance to adjust it. And instead of basically, giving yourself the option of if you move with the enemy, it'll track him for you, it should require you to actually have to manually aim to get to where you want to go. My issue with it is I've been tracked to the wall several times. I don't think that was the aim assist, but I could put it on the aim assist because I know someone who has has had aim assist affect them through walls. Now, people may hate that opinion, but I don't really care. I play on mouse and keyboard. I used to play on controller. I've understood aim assist for a long time and the fact of why you need it. But it makes zero sense to me why it's this strong. Now, my next issue is a bit more of a reoccurring issue in COD games, and that's just meta guns. I understand that ranked needs to be balanced and that you need to remove some things for it to be fair. But for example, the new guns like the Hemlock and the KV Broadside, they should be allowed in. Maybe you tune them better to give them the availability in ranked. What I don't understand is why you're removing basically a whole class of guns besides one gun from it in the battle rifles. And you've completely removed the marksman rifles. Battle rifles provide you with more leeway in precise shooting that rewards you. Whereas marksman rifles is just if you can shoot precisely and actually hit your target, you'll do well. My issue with that is why put the class of guns in the game in the first place if you're just going to remove them for the ranked play. Now, I understand things like the flashbang, where they are just completely overpowered, where you can't see or anything like that. But it also doesn't make sense of how you're getting rid of things like throwing knives and basically every lethal that isn't a grenade or sticky. But there also seems to be an issue of I've run into people with flashbangs in 2 of the matches I've played, which makes no sense on how they're getting them in if you've apparently tested ranked mode as well as given them the ability to not be in the game in ranked mode. Now, I understand if the battle rifles was a balancing issue where you can't have sniper rifles because they struggle at close range outside of quick scoping. But if that's the case, then why allow SMGs in the game? They struggle at a range, but they excel at close range. At that rate, just add assault rifles where they're good at pretty much all ranges. Now, after that is quite frankly my biggest issue and the reason I'm actually making this video. I used to play other games ranked like Apex Legends and Siege. Now, I've only had this problem with Apex in the same way. And I understand if the game is slowly dying, same way that Apex was when I left the ranked modes. And the fact that it's hemorrhaged players has not helped. But I don't understand how a person who has just started ranked, is technically ranked at the first rank, is able to play against the likes of platinums and golds on a very consistent basis. every game I have played, I've had at least 1 platinum and 1 gold on either my team or the enemy team. Now, I personally think that places like Halo Infinite, Rocket League, and a couple other games that I haven't played do it pretty well, where you have a placement match system to where you play, 10 games, 20 games, and you see your rank. But the fact that you just immediately get a rank is kind of the issue, because there's a skill discrepancy of you are the first rank but you're better than most players, or you're platinum but you're worse than most of the players in your rank. Now, if we had placement matches, it would at least give it a little bit more leeway on saying, okay, your first even 20 games of placement matches are trying to figure out where you need to be. We'll give you a large sum of games that you have to play to see your rank. From there, we will give you a definitive rank like how Rocket League does it. The fact that you get put into such a wide skill gaps, though, is my personal issue, and I don't understand how people find it enjoyable playing against, people who could be actually a bronze or actually a platinum or a gold. And I understand that people aren't going to be consistent in their skill level. That's where rank variations come in. That's why you have gold 1, gold 2, gold 3, etc., etc. But the fact that you have this big of a rank discrepancy for a skill is not okay, in my opinion. Now, my other issue with rank is the cheating issue. If you're gonna have it to where you can play platinums and a bronze, then at least limit the amount of discrepancy in the rank. So let's say I'm a bronze 2 and I'm playing in my ranks, then at least limit it to only be up to gold 2s. Because my issue with the cheating is that every few games I've played of COD, there's a cheater in casual core games. Ranked games, on the other hand, every game I have played, there has been somebody who either looks like they're ESP walling, has blatant aimbot, or is spinbotting. Spinbotting's a rare one for me, but still an issue. The reason I say this is because people who cheat are either going to be really high in ranks, really mid in ranks, or just starting out in ranked. So they're going to be, bronze. At least give the people who are stuck in bronze the opportunity to see how bad the cheating is, instead of them being, sent to platinum games with cheaters, and then they just skyrocket in skill. Now, there's a personal pet peeve I have about there only being 3 game modes. And I get that it's 4v4 players, and it has to be objective-based game modes. But there's more than just hard point control and search and destroy. You have modes for score-based, like HQ or headquarters and domination for respawn objectives. Or, for non-respawning game modes, you have hostage and knockout. You could also just do, basic game modes like team deathmatch, TDM, and free-for-all, for the people who just want to mess around with the ranked league settings. Now, I'm not going to go on too long and ramble too much, but those are my primary issues with ranked leagues, and I don't want to make the video long, as I don't have the time nor the patience to make anything longer than probably 15 minutes. But if you want to disagree with me, then go ahead, leave your opinion in the comment section. I'm open to the people's opinions, and I want to be proven wrong. Now, you can go follow me on Twitch in the description. I usually do some level of streaming while I record. And I don't do it often, but just drop a follow. Don't make the worst content. I have people I talk to on there. So, yeah. Anyways, stay awesome, and I'll see y'all next time I upload.